One thing that I want to mention that's interesting is as the costs vary for online stuff, so we've seen Facebook ad costs generally go up a lot. There's lots of different ways to do it and get lower cost. And Mitchell talked about relevance and, using video view campaigns first and all those different things. People are often ignoring traditional channels from sort of pre-internet time. We may actually see a point, in fact, would probably already exist, where the economy of some of that stuff actually stacks up pretty well by comparison. So I certainly wouldn't ignore direct mail, and I certainly would look strongly at public relations, because I don't see a lot of people do much with that. But most businesses have some sort of story or some sort of inherent interest in what they do. So I encourage people to just have a look at those channels as well, because there's an enormous opportunity in both of those, and the costs can be pretty attractive. Direct mail, particularly for business to business, is quite an interesting one as well, because very few people are doing it, and very few people are doing it in an interesting way.
Yeah, I actually have
I would say it depends on what town or where you are too, because if people come to me and they're from Byron Bay, because I lived there for a little while, I'm like, look, you could put your money into Facebook ads. Look, I'm a Facebook ad specialist. If I think this will be profitable, I will 100% take your money. But if you're in Byron, everyone reads the Echo and everyone reads the notice board outside the Green Garage. So I said, look, if you've got a low budget, if you can't afford my fees, or you're not able to invest the amount of Facebook ads that you would need to make a good return there, that's actually something I do find as well, as people don't spend enough. Like, say their website conversion rate is 2%, but they're only spending enough to get 50 people to their website, they're not going to make sales. But yeah, I often say to people, if you haven't got much budget and you're living in a small town like that, everybody in Byron picks up the Echo every week and reads it, including classifieds. So I just say to them, look, if you've got a little bit of budget and you need to put it somewhere, put it in that paper. Because location can come into it a lot too. Some towns are just small, word of mouth, and Byron's very much like that for sure. Word of mouth is king, and the Echo and the notice board. When people go and get their coffee, have a look at the notices. More likely to be doing that than be on their phone. So,
I have an ironic client, because he does Facebook ads with us to get business. He's target market is B2B, but his whole thing is the company's name is called Send Handwritten, and basically he gets people and businesses that want to send like direct mail or thank you notes to existing clients, but they do it on like a really like a Harry Potter style, like wax envelope with a nice stamp and all that, and every single one is handwritten. So so it's they get the envelope.
Literally the plot of a Spike Jonze film. That's a bit scary, but awesome.
But it works. So his average client gets a 300% return on sales after the cost. So you got to do like a minimum. So it's not for like small business or anything, but he has a team that basically handwriting all day.
Like the clouds.
Like he's going to have a compo claim for a sore wrist soon. But anyway, that's his whole business model. And the wow factor is in the envelope. So they open it and then they get it, and it's handwritten. And it's just something different that they're not expecting to see.
It's that personal touch, isn't it? It feels like you've gone to some effort. Just send me this.
The relationship doesn't end with the sale. I know a few of the big e-commerce brands in the US have just invested a huge amount of money in packaging, because they want people to have that moment of, oh my God, when they open the package, because then they post that on Facebook and Instagram. You can't go past user-generated content. You show a video or a photo of someone loving a product or loving something, that speaks so powerfully to others who are thinking about using that product or service. And also it increases your, lifetime value too. If someone receives a package in the mail and it's all kind of just, wrapped up roughly, but if they receive a package in the mail and it's like next level fun to receive, you're more likely, I would say, if they love the product and they love the experience of getting it, the experience of having it, your lifetime value is going to go up, which, obviously is a good thing with Facebook ads. You pay for, say, that initial sale. You can actually still keep building the profits. I mean, in e-commerce at least, you can keep sort of building the profit that you make from that client just through, what you do after. And I mean, handwritten letters, I can see how that would be a game changer for some businesses for sure.
Yes, and even very small businesses could do that on a small scale, in their community, sending to local businesses, or, depending on whether it's about getting referrals, creating a referral network, or whether it's to directly to market to people for the service or product that they're selling, it definitely could work for sure.
I've seen someone get Kmart as a client in the automotive area by sending a silver platter with a direct mail attached to it. And at LinkedIn, I read another one this morning, which was about someone sending prepaid mobile phones to people turned on. And they only sent out 10 or 20 of them, and they paid about $25 for the phones. They weren't iPhones, obviously. They were just phones that you could buy at a supermarket. And they got an incredible callback rate, because who does that? Who sends someone a mobile phone? It's like, hang on, who the hell is sending me a mobile phone? You almost can't not respond if you really think it through and get the approach right. Or worst case scenario, they have a really positive impression of you. And to go to Joe's point, that carries through into packaging. You look at Apple's packaging. I like getting iPhones for the packaging, and I don't use MacBook Pros, but I'm on a PC still. But I want a MacBook Pro partly for the packaging and those other things. It's different reasons.
Yeah, I like my iPhone for Angry Birds.
Yeah,
that's my.
Well, even on that, prior to me starting my own agency, I worked for an NRL club, and we used to get like cupcakes that were branded with the team's logo on them, and then once you took away the 9 cupcakes or whatever, it would have it was like an Officeworks, not Officeworks, but someone else that does the same thing for stationery, and it would have their catalog underneath it. So then you read it and order it, but it's the whole thing is like, you get the wow factor. Everyone has one. Oh, what's underneath? So little things like that they do because they knew it was going to be a big client. So little things like that can be, but could be hit miss too.